Welcome to today's session on understanding the speculative approach as part of our Career Essentials session on building your network. Topics covered in this session include how employers view recruitment, when a speculative approach can be useful, and how to connect and follow up with employers. By the end of the session, you will be able to explore potential organizations and people to contact, apply simple strategies for encouraging responses to speculative approaches, and develop a personal plan for creating opportunities speculatively. To understand why you might want to approach an employer speculatively, we have to understand what we call the hidden job market. That is, that the number of unadvertised positions is vast, and just looking at advertised positions is just looking at the tip of the iceberg. If you look at this graphic from a survey from 2015, you can see that nearly half of people surveyed got their jobs from someone that they knew, rather than direct recruiting or through an online job board. So how can you go about this? There are some simple steps to keep in mind when choosing to go the speculative route. First, research the organization to know what they're about and how you can fit in. Be realistic about what you're asking, and be sure to tailor your communications. You don't want to send the same thing out to a number of different organizations. Do a sense check by putting yourself in their shoes. How would they react if you were on the other side receiving your communications with them? And finally, follow up. These steps can take place over a variety of different time frames depending on your job situation and where you are in your stages of career planning. So what is the speculative approach? There are three key things to keep in mind. Why them, why you, and what are you proposing? Why them? Be interested in the employer. Write clearly about why their organization attracts you and what you're looking for. What do they do and how do they do it that makes you want to work for them? Are they needing anything that you know of that you could offer? Why you? Introduce yourself quickly and effectively. What is the most relevant headline about who you are and what you have to offer? Highlight how you could be useful to them. Don't just repeat your CV or list specific skills. Students often ask, should I include my CV and cover letter? And the answer is, it depends. Whether you choose to include your CV or not, be sure to check your online presence, including personal websites, networking sites such as LinkedIn and Handshake, as well as other social media accounts. If you're applying to an organization that specifically is open to speculative approaches, then it might be okay to send a more formal CV and cover letter. If you're just reaching out, it's often okay to send an introductory email and follow up with your CV and cover letter if appropriate. You don't want to overwhelm the person you're contacting with too much information initially. Finally, what are you proposing? Make a clear proposal or request. Help the employer to understand what you want. That's part of being professional and not wasting their time. Keep it simple and doable. This doesn't have to be a job or an internship. You can just have a conversation to get an idea of what the workplace is like and what skills they're looking for. Ask for a phone call or a video meetup and express interest in work experience, shadowing, paid work, or project work. This is a good place to express flexibility if you have it. To illustrate the importance of being concise and precise, imagine for a minute that you're being contacted by a school student who's looking to apply to Cambridge. They might find you online and send you an email with lots of information. Hello, my name is so-and-so, and I'm a sixth form student at this college. I plan on taking these A-levels and on and on and on. You might read that and say, I don't have time for this. Why is this person contacting me? In contrast, if they had sent a very simple and straightforward message saying, hello, I'm applying to Cambridge next year and saw your online profile, which is similar to mine. Can we have a chat about your experience with the admissions interviews? You might be more likely to respond, or at least have a better idea of what it is that they're looking for. Finally, remember to follow up. It's best to indicate that you'll follow up your email within a week, either by telephone or email, and then do it. It's not pestering, it's professionalism to do what you say that you will. This is also a nice time to ask if there's anyone else that would be better suited to help you, or if there's any other organizations that they could refer you to. With the speculative approach, it's important to start early. Explore opportunities, build your network, and repeat. You may have to contact several people or several organizations before you hear anything concrete back. Remember to stay positive. Often the speculative approach is just starting a conversation that you can pick back up in a month or two. You can always ask if your contact can pass your information on to another colleague, department, or organization that might be interested in someone with your skill set and background. Every person that you talk to increases your network and gets you closer to finding a position that suits your needs. Be sure to check out our CV and applications guide in the resources section of Handshake. Examples of speculative applications are on pages 70 through 72.